All right, so here we have a situation very similar to the previous video, except that now our linear density has an unknown constant k in it, and we're given the mass, and we want to find that unknown constant k. So similar to what we did in the previous video, let's first compute the mass with that k. Just let that k come along for the ride. So doing all that math, I get 3.125 K. So what we found now is that our mass is equal to 3.125 K. Now we also know that we're given the mass of the rod is 1,000 grams. So let's put that 1,000 in there and solve for K. Dividing both sides by 3.125, we get that K is equal to 1,000 over 3.125, which is 320. Oops, sorry about that. 320 here. And now we need to figure out the units. This is somewhat of a tricky part. So let's figure out the units now. All right, so remember that rho of x up here, the units is grams per meter. So the units for rho, okay, and also think about looking at this right here, right? So rho is equal to k times x. So the units for rho is equal to the units for k times the units for x. Now the units for rho are grams per meter. Now units for k, that's what we're trying to figure out, right? Because we found k here, we need to find the units. Now the units for x, what are those? Remember, this rod is a 2.5 meter rod. So the units, remember x is this distance here, right? X is this distance from the left end of the rod to whichever slice that we're at, right? And this is our arbitrary slice here, right? So the units for x is in meters. So now dividing both sides by m, otherwise known as multiplying both sides by 1 over m, we see that the units for k are 1 times grams over m times m, or meters times meters. So the units are, let's see, give myself a little space here. The units are grams per meter squared. And that's our answer. So you find k, then find the units. The way that I showed here, I think is a great way to find the units.